Center, raising a hospital, raising the bar. Alan Wiggers, your shelter insurance agent. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Ren Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Zerwinski in the 94 Sports Mobile Studios for Mount Vernon Lady Rams Volleyball. The Ren Lake College pregame show starts now.
And good evening from Changnon Gymnasium tonight. The Lady Rams welcome the Carbondale Terriers. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Zerwinski alongside. And the Mount Vernon Rams 8-11 on the year. 1-2 in the South 7 Conference. Have the Terriers who are 11-5 on this season and 2-0 in the South 7. And Danny, this is a Carbondale team that in years past has seen much success. 5 losses coming in, somewhat of a shock to me, but they are 2-0 in the conference, and Coach Reagan's team looks to be pretty good again this year.
Yeah, they look to be pretty good. They have a win over Marion in the conference, late of the 2 wins they have this year. And again, a Carbondale team, as you and I both know, that has an outstanding tradition in volleyball. But again, you and I are both surprised talking before the game about the 5 losses this team has incurred already. But again, they're not playing a lot of bad teams on their schedule. They're playing some big schools. They're playing some good volleyball schools. One of their 5 losses is to Benton, a Class 2A school that has lost 1 match all year. So they're not playing anybody really bad. This is a good Carbondale team, just maybe not have the gaudy record at this point in the season that you and I are used to seeing.
This is your Ren Lake College pregame show, and at Ren Lake College, you can get a quality education and save thousands. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. Ren Lake College, it's time. It's Headache University here at Mount Vernon Township High School at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Chris Hugo with Danny Zerwinski. Reese Barnfield is our video services producer, and Avery Barton is back at the studio. We will take a quick break. When we come back, plenty more to talk about. This is Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX.
When it comes to bone and joint care, only one name should come to mind: the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Your fellowship-trained physician's first priority is specialized orthopedic care, ranging from total joint replacement and spine surgery to shoulder surgery and sports medicine. Our surgeons provide a wide range of specialized treatments that are unparalleled anywhere in Southern Illinois. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon and St. Mary's Good Samaritans in campus, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Back to Lady Rams Volleyball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Changnon Gym, home of this Mount Vernon Lady Rams volleyball matchup against the Carbondale Terriers. This is your Ren Lake College pregame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Zerwinski alongside. And Danny, Lady Rams come off of a tournament this past weekend where they didn't fare too badly.
No, it didn't fare too badly in the tournament this weekend at Heron. The Lady Rams go 3-2, defeating Christopher, Marissa, and New Athens, losing to Heron and Woodlawn in that. They go 6th place out of 16 teams on Saturday, so not a bad showing for a Mount Vernon Lady Rams team still trying to figure their way through and work their way into a winning program.
And not a bad place to go to a tournament. Just so happens that this year in 3A, that'll be the regional the Lady Rams feed into.
Yeah, and that's important to get a match, 4 or 5 matches down there. And obviously some of the matches were in the boys' basketball gymnasium, a lot of people familiar with. Some of the matches are probably in the auxiliary gymnasium where the wrestling and otherwise are held. So that's important for Mount Vernon to get a match or 2 down there in both those places, not knowing where that regional and what gym it will be in, but also to get to play Heron, a team that other schools may or may not get to play in the regional.
Of course, that regional will consist of the 4 South 7 teams and the Heron Lady Tigers coming up after the season. Of course, by the 4 South 7 teams, we mean Carbondale, Marion, Centralia, and, of course, the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. That's coming up before you know it, as we are, I don't know what, about nearing the 2/3 of the waypoint for this volleyball season.
We're starting to wind down quite quickly here, Chris. I mean, we're in a part of the season. Lady Rams have already got 19 matches in so far this year, and you're talking after tonight, there are only 6 more games left, and after tonight, only 1 more home game. That on Monday, October 10th against the Florida Lady Wolves. So the rest of the time, the Lady Rams will be on the road 5 of their next 6 games. a lot of those are conferences games. In fact, two of those are. And then the week of, after you start that, the week of the 24th will be regional week, the last week there of October. And, of course, this season starting to go by very quickly as the sands of the hourglass start to fade away.
Very nice imagery.
Yes.
Always appreciated on this broadcast. This is the Rend Lake College pre-match show. Rend Lake College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. We'll be keeping you updated on Major League Baseball action tonight as the St. Louis Cardinals look to chase the Atlanta Braves for the NL Wild Card. We'll have those scores for you throughout the night as Atlanta is hosting Philadelphia and the Cardinals are in Houston. We'll also have a score update when we come back, featuring some junior high softball and baseball action as well as the underclass games here this evening. We need to take a quick break. When we come back, that and more. This is the Rend Lake College pregame show on WMIX.
What happens when you add a new voice and more coaches' interviews to the Saturday Sports Show? You get 2 hours of talk you can't afford to miss. If you really want to stay up to date, you'll reserve a preset for AM 940 this Saturday, immediately following the 8 o'clock news. Beware, other sports shows are just talk. The new Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWintersRadio.com, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Isn't it great to live in a community where people give back and try to improve our area for the next generation? That's what we believe in and why our name, Community First, reflects this core value. If you would like to enjoy a personal relationship with your bank, make the move to Community First Bank and find out what community banking means. Simply stated, we are neighbors helping neighbors. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to First with Bank, member FDIC.
For shelter insurance,
We view insurance a little differently.
we believe you don't stay in business for over 60 years unless you treat customers right.
We know you'd rather be known by your name than by your account number.
And we think a handshake can say a lot more than a mouse click.
We're the people behind the shield.
Shelter insurance for your auto, home, and life. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
I'm Alan Wiggers. For a free insurance review, see me at 206 South 9th Street. Go Rams.
Jeff Schmidt here with Schmidt Chevrolet in Mount Vernon. By now, you know that the Chevrolet Cruze is one of the best-selling cars in America. There are many reasons why. The Cruze Echo gets up to 42 miles per gallon highway. That's the best economy of any vehicle in the country. The Cruze features better safety features than the competition, with more standard features than the 2011 Corolla or the 2012 Focus. We have a great selection of Cruzes in stock, and more are on the way. We love serving our customers the right way every time. At Schmidt Chevrolet in Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway, Mount Vernon.
Home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And welcome back to Changnon Gymnasium on AM 940, online at MyWintersRadio.com, where you're looking upon Legends Court here at Changnon Gymnasium. Chris Hugo with Danny Zerwinski alongside, and the Mount Vernon Lady Rams tonight have the Carbondale Terriers. Lady Rams are 8-11. The Terriers are 11-5. And Danny, the rest of this season, as we said, nearly 2/3 of the way through, if not more. Season took an ugly turn on Saturday when Cheyenne Morgan broke her right ankle.
Yeah, broke her right ankle Saturday at the Heron Tournament. That's a huge loss for Mount Vernon, out for the rest of the year. And that's a lot of experience. Cheyenne started every game this year as a setter. And when you lose someone that can move the ball around, pass the ball around, somebody else is going to have to step up. And it's unfortunate what happened to Cheyenne Morgan on Saturday, and that will hurt this Lady Rams team as the season goes on.
Certainly going to figure out a way to come up big without her in this conference showdown. These two teams will meet again at Carbondale a little bit later on in the season, as Marion, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, and Centralia all play each other twice, but for some reason, some of these teams only play Cahokia and Altop once, so that'll be interesting to see how that factors into postseason play. Let's go and get a scoreboard update from some of the earlier underclass games and some of that junior varsity action we've been watching in regionals around the area.
All right, for the freshman match tonight, Mount Vernon lost in 3 sets, 22-20, 14-21, and 12-15. In the JV match tonight, the Lady Rams improved to 11-2 overall and 3-2 in the South 7 Conference, beating Carbondale 28-26 and 25-23. Junior high regional championships going on due to the inclement weather over the weekend. The softball regional championship at Woodlawn today. The Lady Warriors win again, beating Woodlawn 10-2. They advance to the Class S state tournament on Saturday afternoon. They will play Odin at 3:30. In the baseball regional championship going on right now at Woodlawn, in the bottom of the 6th inning, it's Waltonville 5, Woodlawn 4. The winner of that game will advance to Coulterville on Saturday to play at 11:30 against Altamont Lutheran.
Of course, in Major League Baseball tonight, as promised, the Philadelphia Phillies lead the Atlanta Braves 6-0. That's in the bottom of the sixth. Philadelphia with home runs by Chase Utley and Hunter Pence. The Cardinals, meanwhile, not gaining any ground whatsoever as they trail the Astros 1-0 in the bottom of the third, with the bases loaded and only one out for Houston in the bottom of the third.
Until the Cardinals are eliminated, they're going to be in it to the bitter end because they got too many veterans that know how to play in these big game situations. And the Cardinals, you know, when you have that going for you, they played so well in the month of September, you kind of got to side with them right now. The Atlanta Braves are done toast. 6-0 tonight behind Philadelphia. They only have 3 hits. The offense is left. The starting pitching is gone. Not a good September for the Atlanta Braves, and they're going to be the first team to lead by 8 games or more and probably not get in the playoffs.
Of course, if the Cardinals want to go to the postseason, they're going to have to hope the Braves keep losing and the Cardinals find a way to win 2 games. All Cardinal games, of course, on 94.1 FM WMIX, just in case you'd want to flip back and forth. About 2 minutes left in this warm-up period for the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Carbondale Terriers come in tonight, played nearly almost the same schedule Lady Rams do, obviously with conference and with non-conference opponents. So we have plenty more to talk about here on your Rend Lake College pre-match show. Rend Lake College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And, of course, Mount Vernon Carbondale, not the only game we have for you this week for Lady Rams Volleyball. On Thursday night, we're at Centralia.
At Centralia on Thursday night over at that nice facility. We'll get to visit so many times this year. Looking forward to making our first trip of the year up to Centralia.
Of course, Lady Rams look to circumvent that loss. The Annies dealt them here at their place way back earlier this month. And for the Lady Rams, it's always been a tough place to play there at Centralia.
Yeah, that goes for any team. I mean, Centralia coming here, Mount Vernon coming there. It's a tough place to play. It's a rivalry. Centralia already owns a win over the varsity Rams this year, Lady Rams. So we shall see how things turn out Thursday night when we make that trip north.
Of course, that game will be audio and radio only on AM 940 and MindWithersRadio.com due to blackout regulations at Centralia High School District number 200. We will not be able to video stream that game. Of course, that previous scoreboard update, as we give you another one here, was brought to you by Tony Wilt State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, call Tony Wilt, your local State Farm agent. You can find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or at the corner of South 42nd Street and South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. If you see his red Jeep in the parking lot, just stop in. He would love to meet with you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Cardinals now trail the Astros 3-0, bottom third. Runners at the corners and just one out with Westbrook still on the hill for the Redbirds. So not looking too good for the Cardinals right now. Of course, as we told you, the Phillies lead the Braves 6-0 in Major League Baseball action. I know you said the Braves were done, but another one I'm interested in is the fact that Boston leads Baltimore in the AL 5-3, and the Yankees and Tampa are tied at 2. And, of course, Boston and Tampa tied for the American League wild card right now.
Yeah, and that's been great. I mean, Boston has kind of woke up a little bit, had a little shock to the system here in the last couple of days. Tampa Bay trying to battle way in. They're tied right now going into the night and tomorrow. The other exciting thing, can Matt Kemp win the Triple Crown for the Dodgers? Leads in 2 of the 3 categories going into the night.
Be interesting to see, won't it?
Yes.
See what they're going to do here. We'll have your Central Christian Church starting lineups coming up, of course. Incredible things are happening at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Look no further than thenewcentral.com. Watch their Friday night and Sunday services online. It's thenewcentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. Of course, we'll have those for you coming up. Trying to see for sure if we're going to have a national anthem or not. Looks like we might go lineups first here at the Shag. We await to see as the ominous music.
Oh, I thought we'd go anthem.
We are about to find out, I think, Danny. That's Changnon Gym, home of the Mount Vernon Rams, as we find out here tonight. And we are glad to be here with Lady Rams Volleyball against the Carbondale Terriers. 8-11 are the Lady Rams. 11-5 are the Terriers. We will go ahead and just take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have those starting lineups for you. This is Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX.
Yes, you can. You can get a car for your teenager today at Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon. Second Chance Auto has a terrific selection of good, clean, dependable vehicles. Perfect for your teen to drive to school, from economical models to trucks and SUVs. Second Chance Auto has just what you're looking for. They're family-owned and operated, and they've been helping families like yours for over 32 years. Yes, you can get the best for your son or daughter. Call 244-4582 and get pre-approved right over the phone. Or stop in at Highway 142 East in Mount Vernon. Yes, you can at Second Chance Auto.
Does this sound familiar? I can't stand this job. I just wish I had time to go back to school. But with work and family.
I know. I just enrolled in Rend Lake College's evening cosmetology program. They have evening classes that will even fit into your busy schedule. You can even graduate in less than 2 years. Classes are convenient to get to, and they're in Studio RLC in Mount Vernon. They even offer financial aid.
What's it like? I've been out of school so long.
It's not your typical take notes. Listen to a lecture program. We will learn the latest styles and trends in cosmetology, and it looks like we'll have fun doing it. We'll be out on the salon floor getting hands-on experience and getting to know all kinds of people. By the time we're done, we'll be ready to jump into a new career and love our jobs for once.
Okay, how do I sign up?
I called 618-242-8459, but you can also check out their website at rlc.edu/Studio RLC or stop by the RLC Marketplace in Mount Vernon.
Save some green with a free checking account from People's National Bank. A free checking account from People's National Bank comes with a free Visa check card, free online banking, free bill pay, and unlimited check writing. Save time, stamps, and the hassle with a free checking account from People's National Bank. Stop by either of our 2 locations in Mount Vernon today for details on how you can make your money bloom with a free checking account from People's National Bank.
People's National Bank, member FDIC, Visa check card and bill pay, non-usage fees may apply.
More Lady Rams volleyball ahead, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Changnon Gym for Lady Rams volleyball. Chris Hugo with Danny Zerwinski alongside for your Rend Lake College pregame. As we are meeting the starting lineups here tonight in the gymnasium, we'll go ahead and meet them here on the radio as well, presented by Central Christian Church.
Carbondale Terriers coached by Faye Reagan. As mentioned, 11-5 record over on 2-0 in the conference. They will go with number 1, Jenna Allard, number 2, Alina Tikacek, number 6, Darby Ellis, number 8, Mallory Shiplet, number 9, Casey Crow, and number 12, McKenna Miller for Faye Reagan's Carbondale Terriers here tonight.
Of course, those lineups presented by Central Christian Church, and so are the Lady Rams, whom we're about to meet as well.
8-11 on the year, 1-2 in the South 7 Conference, coached by Angie Carroll. Brooke Moore, number 2, will be the first in the lineup. Number 6, Lauren Keeler. Number 11, Kelby Kuyava. Number 16, Aaliyah Palmer. Number 19, Taylor McGowan. And number 22, Kirsten McGowan for the Lady Rams of Mount Vernon High School.
Discover the excitement at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Central offers exciting worship experiences, packed with energy and relevant teaching and awesome programming for children and youth. Check out thenewcentral.com for service times and more information. We need to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the start of this one for you. It's the Lady Rams, it's the Terriers, it's volleyball, and it's coming up next.
When you want the best, think the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. The Orthopedic Center has the unique distinction of being one of only 2 non-academic accredited orthopedic teaching and research facilities in the state of Illinois. Our goal in education is to inspire the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. Patient care, education, and research are our core strengths. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive, Mount Vernon, and St. Mary's Good Samaritan Centralia campus, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins at Community First Bank. If you're looking for a bank with stability, integrity, and a growing presence in Jefferson County, I invite you to stop by and open an account with us. We have free checking, safe deposit boxes, free internet banking, and debit cards tied to our local schools. We also have lenders with the ability to make decisions about your needs. We understand that not every person or business falls within some loan underwriting model or where character still matters. For all of your banking needs, Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Lady Rams volleyball on WMIX, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Changnon Gym, ready to get you started here for Lady Rams volleyball on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. We'll get started just shy of the top of the 8 o'clock hour here at Changnon. The Carbondale Terriers come in their black tops with white sides and black shorts, while the Lady Rams will be in their black shorts with kind of opposing colors on their contrasting colors on their tops, as they have white tops with black trim down the sides, Of course, orange numerics trimmed in black. The Lady Rams will be going right to left. The Terriers right to left. Left to right, even. Can't be going the same way. Here as we get this match started. The serve will come from Crow. Across the area now, it is Palmer looking up front, finds help from Kirsch. Now up front, Terriers looking to return to the front court. Here comes far side. It gets over on a kill by Darby Ellis out of bounds. So it's 1-0 as the Terriers get the early lead here as we get underway, courtesy of Banterra Bank. Serve off the school year with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. Next serve coming from Shiplett. There we go. Gets it over. Some trouble with it is Kirsch in the far corner. Now looking for a turn. Lady Rams. Miller has some trouble with it up front. Here we go. Drops it off far side. Crow on the return. Lady Rams can't muster one, as Palmer and Moore had trouble getting it up front. It's 2-0 Terriers early.
Well, Mount Vernon looks a little, like a step slow maybe out of the first 2 points here of the set. I mean, just kind of a step behind, not doing a lot here.
Shiplett will continue the serve, up 2-0 here. Back row it is to Moore. Looking up front, finds Palmer far side. Shifts it back near side. Cuiava coming for the spike. Dug out by the libero back row. Coming up front, far side. There it is. Spike from Crow. Tipped out of bounds. Ooh, I thought it went off the Lady Rams. It did not. It'll be a Lady Ram point as it went out of bounds from Crow. And Lady Rams Mallory Kirsch will take over the serve. 1 serving 2. Game 1 of this varsity match. Glad to have you with us here on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com. Serve goes far side. Back up front it is. Looking to trip it over. It is Tikachek. Return coming. Cuiava sets up McGowan, and it's bumped on the back row up front. Left it near side. There comes a spike and a good one from Ellis. It's out of bounds off the Lady Rams. It'll be 3-1 Carbondale. Not a bad way to get started for the Terriers.
Just seemed to step slow, kind of going through the motions. And again, Carbondale's a team that has had success over Mount Vernon in recent years. They could come up here and lay the woodshed on us if not careful.
Crow will serve now for the Terriers, up 3-1. Keeler with the dig, got it over. Spike coming from Allard. It was out of bounds. Went left, wide left. It'll be 3-2. Lady Rams down 1. They'll get the serve, courtesy of Taylor McGowan. Keeping an eye on some of these wild card important games in Major League Baseball tonight on our scoreboard updates. Goes far side. Carbondale on the return, finally getting it across, courtesy of Crow. The official will claim 4 hits, and we're tied at 3.
I was going to say, 4 hits to get that over, and it's never too early to see South Sound basketball coaches in the season. Jim Miller here tonight.
Watching his 2 daughters, a senior and a sophomore, respectively, as Darby Ellis looks to center. Knocked across by Tikachek. Back row, it's McGowan up front. Palmer down center, comes near side for Keeler. She'll get the kill. The diving libero can't come up with it. And that'll make this one even more interesting. 4-3, Lady Rams on top with 3 straight points.
Can we say now that Tikachek is a name that sounds like she should bring in the puck up the ice?
Oh, definitely. Like a walk-a-luck or something like that. Yeah. Going far side. Here comes the return. Allard. Nice dig there by Keeler. Front row comes on a return from McGowan. Back row will drop it off far side. There it comes from Allard. Looks like it was out of bounds. And it was. Went wide right. It's 5-3 Lady Rams.
5-3 Mount Vernon on a 2-0 run here. Nice to see Mount Vernon keep going.
Welcome those officials. Just finished up their other matches. We're just underway here. Front row. Nice tip over the net by Shiplett. Lady Rams looking for a return. Here comes a spike. Kirsten McGowan. It's blocked. And the Terriers will pick up the point. No. Lady Rams will pick up the point. My apologies.
5-4.
So
Mount Vernon's kind of gotten back, or 6-3, kind of got back into this one.
McGowan sends it into the back court. Looking to set up here are the Terriers, sent over by Crow. Lady Rams a quick return, now coming near side by Ellis. Sent up front. Carbondale got the nice return there. Dug out by Cuiava, sets up a little McGowan into the back row for Carbondale. Now up front, here comes the attack left side. Blocked at the net by the Lady Rams as Allard gave it all she had. Now a nice save there out of bounds. Carbondale managed to get it over. Now a setup coming to Cuiava. Kirsten McGowan got it across. Crow setting up now. Give and go. Goes far side. And Allard somehow got that over. Now Palmer looks for the turn on the final opportunity. Great kill there at the net. There was a spike from Lauren Keeler as Carbondale went up to the net trying to make something happen. Couldn't. It's 7-3 Lady Rams.
Yeah, and she was hanging out the net, just tipped one over.
Trying to get these Carbondale names down. You think I'd remember from last year, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Set up near side. There it goes. Ellis. Lady Rams looking for a turn. That's Keeler. Sets up little McGowan. Sends it long. Libero there to get it up front now. From Shiflett, it was to Allard. Lady Rams will return. Now Carbondale sets up center net. Here we go. Nice dig out there by Palmer. Back row. Tipped across by Cuiava. Had the right thinking. It's in the net. Dugout Ellison over by the libero back row. Now it goes to McGowan. Set up by Palmer. Far side is Cuiava. Great setup there out back to pass it up front by Shiflett. Libero will knock it across, and here we go. Sent over by the Lady Rams wide left. Carbondale will get the point. It's 7-4. And back into the match we'll have McKenna Miller. Four serving 7 for Carbondale. Lack of communication in the backcourt by the Lady Rams between Keeler and Kirsch will cost them a point. As it goes off of both out of bounds, it'll be 5-7. Carbondale continues with the serve. They trail.
Yeah, and that's again Mount Vernon. Got to communicate back in that back row area. Can't be looking at each other as that ball hits the wood.
It's set up from Palmer to little McGowan. Nice dive on the far side, but nothing going there by Casey Crow. Not Kelsey. She's graduated. Casey Crow, and it's 8-5 Lady Rams as they pick up the point. Cuiava will get the serve. We pass the top of the hour. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
This is Lady Rams Volleyball on AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon with video streaming on mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Off the Lady Rams serve. It's a quick return by Carbondale. Lady Rams have some trouble with it. Moore gives it a dive front row. Can't knock it over on the final hit. It'll be 8-5. Carbondale will regain the serve down 3 as Katie Ray comes in the ballgame. Taking a seat, I should say the match. Taking a seat will be Darby Ellis. Here comes a serve from Ray. Got it across. Keeler trying to rescue it far side. It'll be up to Cuiava to knock it over. Does so. McKenna Miller's there. To Crow on the far side. Now back Allard. She'll knock it across. Great dig there by Keeler. Up front it goes Palmer. Drops it off center circle. Little McGowan blocked in the net by Miller. Now far side Allard again. It's into the net on their third hit. It'll be 9-6 Lady Rams.
Tale of two tapes here, Chris. I mean, Mount Vernon started out first 2 or 3 points kind of sluggish, and boy, oh boy, they've turned it around and come firing back here, this 3-point lead.
Serve will come from Keeler. Nice play there by Crow. Up front it goes Shiflett to Miller. Pushes it long. It'll be 10-6 Lady Rams. Banterra Bank, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, welcomes you to this broadcast. Whether retirement is years or months away, open a retirement account to fit your lifestyle perfectly. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Over to the far side, Allard after the return. It's 10-6 Lady Rams. She'll get it right back and kill it. A spike just in front of Kelby Cuiava on the back row, and it's 10-7. Within 3 are the Dogs.
Yeah, that was professional looking, Olympic-esque spike.
And now the younger Miller, Riley, is into the match. Just barely clears the net. Kirsch got a piece of it. Little McGowan now sends it back to Cuiava. Gets it across on the push. Now set up for the libero and back. Sends it long. It'll be 11-7. Lady Rams back up by 4.
A lot of gambling going on by Carbondale right now. They're really not doing a very good job passing the ball at the net to get some of their people set up for kills. They're kind of taking some sloppy passes and they're having to do things from the back row.
Speaking of the back row, the return on Carbondale. Give it and go there. Crow finally able to get across. More there to rescue for the Lady Rams. Palmer pushes it over. A campfire drop there on the attack line. It's 12-7. Lady Rams up 5. Carbondale, no communication.
Wonderful volleyball, though. Palmer saw everybody going to the other side to get the kill and to block it, and she dunked it in where they weren't.
Moore will serve for the Lady Rams up 12-7. It's a set up there on the far side. Great return by Crow. Kirsch barely got it across left hand. Now they'll set something up front. It's going to be Crow again coming for the spike. Nobody there. Just at the top of the key, and nobody was there for the Lady Rams. It's 12-8. Back with the 4 of the Terriers.
Crow can really wing it back there from that left corner.
Flies high, doesn't she?
Uh-huh.
Ticket Check will be your new re-entrant, I should say, into this match. I don't have the libero on my roster even. Miller will serve for the Terriers. That's McKenna. Return comes from the Lady Rams. Kirsch near side. Crow rescues. Sends it back to Ray. Far side. Little Miller will push it across. Moore gives it a one-hand. Comes up front. Kirsch near side. Drops it off for McGowan. The spike was blocked. It's off of McGowan again. Swung over by Keeler. Back row it goes to Miller. Up front. Here comes from Crow into the net on the spike, and it'll be Lady Rams point. Up 13-8. Who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the match? Great traditions aren't given. They're earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what we believe in. Community First Bank of the Heartland, proud sponsors of the Rams. A great tradition. Palmer serve, clears the net. Carbondale on their final try, gets it over Shiflett. It's Palmer for the Lady Rams on the return. Shiflett will set up Crow far side. It was blocked by Cuiava. Great play there. Final hit for the Lady Rams coming McGowan. Return by Shiflett. Left side it goes to Keeler. Now Palmer down central. Sets up Cuiava far side. Sent long. Libero there to pick it up though. Coming now Miller. She'll send it left side out of bounds. It'll be 14-8. Lady Rams on top in set 1 of this varsity matchup.
It's very impressive for Mount Vernon here if they could come through. Lead by 6 basically halfway through this one. Now it's a matter of holding the lead at this point.
Here comes a return from Carbondale off the Lady Rams serve. Just clears the net from Ellis. Now Shiflett will set up to Chickachek. It's in the net on the spike. It'll be 15-8 Lady Rams. And we'll have a timeout, rightfully so. This timeout presented by Ford Square of Mount Vernon. Fuel economy has been redefined with the all-new 2011 Ford Fiesta with up to 40 miles per gallon highway. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Ford Square, where the best never rest. Danny Zerwinski's alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. And Danny, I know we've been watching a lot of games here tonight in various sports. 15-8 to score here in set one of the varsity matchup. What does it look like around some of those JV games?
Well,
or junior high games.
Junior high game is real interesting at Chapman Park in Woodlawn right now. The Woodlawn Warriors led Waltonville 7-5 going into the top of the seventh to try to close it out and win a regional. The Waltonville Spartans scored 5 runs at the top of the seventh. They now have a 10-7 lead heading into the bottom of the seventh. The winner of that game wins a regional championship and will advance to Coulterville on Saturday at 11:30. So very interesting turn of events in that heated rivalry at all levels between Woodlawn and Waltonville.
Of course, in boys golf today, the Mount Vernon Rams a 7-stroke victory over the Marion Wildcats at Kokopelli is 152-159. Nick Green with an even par 35 to lead the Rams.
That is impressive, Kokopelli.
That is. That scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, it's your local agent, Tony Wilt. 42nd Street and South Water Tower Place in Mount Vernon. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And the serve came from the Lady Rams. Good return there by Carbondale as Shiflett was able to go far side. Terriers and Crow able to bring it across. They get the point. It's 15-9 and back within 6 with the Dogs.
Mount Vernon can't scoreboard watch. You got to play your game. Don't get conservative here.
Shiflett with the serve for the Terriers. Palmer looking to set up front, coming near side. Cuiava sends it to libero back row. Dug out by the Terriers far side now on the return. Crow will pick up the kill far side. Went for Kirsch. She had to dive, and now within 5 for the Terriers, 15-10.
And to go along with that, to not scoreboard watch, you cannot be happy with what you've accomplished so far here just in this short amount of the first set.
Shiflett with the serve again. Up front, Palmer sets up Taylor McGowan. Sends it past the block, but sends it wide left. It'll be 15-11. Terriers within 4, forcing on yet another unforced error from the Lady Rams.
Yep. Again, Mount Vernon had a nice lead at 15-8 at this point, and then the Terriers have rolled off 3 straight points.
Not bad. And here we go. Understanding we're having some internet issues here in Changnon Gymnasium. We'll keep restoring your connection to the video on mywithersradio.com. Here it comes left side. Crow punches across there for the back row. It's Moore. Sends it to Palmer. Left side. Here comes Cuiava. Make it right. Just inside.
Nope. That was out.
I beg to differ.
Okay, throw your challenge flag.
It was just inside the 2 lines, the attack line and the sideline.
From here, it looked like it scooted out, but I had a different angle than you did.
I'm on top of it.
Yes.
15-12 to score, and the Terriers will get another unforced there on the Lady Rams as they return off of the serve. It's 15-13, and the Terriers are back within 2 as Shiflett continues to serve.
I will trust your judgment on that call. Mine's kind of an overhead angle from where I'm at. I wouldn't be able to tell. No, you had a better look.
Shiflett to the back row for Moore. Able to find Keeler now. Last chance for Kirsch. Gets it across, sends it to Miller. Miller's up front looking for some help. Nice fake on the jump there. Spike coming left side. A little long. Ellis was able to get it in. Thought it went long, but she got it in just inside the line. And it's 15-14 as the Terriers are mounting a comeback.
After the discombobulation by Carbondale early in this game, you could tell now they've gotten back on track and they've rattled off 6 straight points.
Down central it goes. Leaving it far side. It's McGowan looking for a kill. Great play there by Shiflett. Send it far side. Libero gets the return. Now Cuiava sets up near side for Kirsch. Her spike is protected by Crow. Great play there. Shiflett now for the Libero. She'll send it long. Sends it long on the return. Lady Rams get their first point in a while. It's 16-14. They're back up 2.
And they back set to the Libero in the back row, and I can't understand that because it seems to me in volleyball, lower percentage of chance to score from hitting that hard from the back row.
Here comes a serve from Kirsch. Libero sends it up front, coming for Crow on the near side. It's out of bounds on the return. It'll be 16-15, and back within 1 are the Dogs. Don't bank on the away team. Bank for the locals with Bantura, locally owned and operated. Bantura Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 16-14 as Carbondale will serve. With that serve will be Casey Crow. Jump serve coming across, right down central for Moore. Palmer sends it far side. Cuiava coming with a return. Can't be dug out. Great attempt there by the Libero for the Terriers, and the Lady Rams are back up 2, 17-15.
And have the serve back. That's an important thing there to have going on.
Serve comes from McGowan. Puts some top spin on it to the back row. Libero sends it up front. Shiflett drops it off far side. Allard got the return. No call on 2 hits there by Kelby Cuiava, and it'll be 17-16. And it's a 1-point deficit now for the Terriers yet again.
Crawled back into this set. Mount Vernon needs to pick it up here as they had in that run.
Libero on the serve. On the return, Palmer sends it back to Moore. Just clears it out on return. McKenna Miller drops it off near side for Ellis. Great try there by Moore in the back court. To Palmer, leaves it near side for Keeler. Great play there by Crow on the left. And one final hit coming across. Great communication by the Terriers back row. Palmer sends it to Cuiava far. Comes back near on a return. Kirsten McGowan, she'll get the kill. Just kind of swung it across. It seared towards that back row. And it's 18-16. Lady Rams back on top by 2.
Carbondale got out of whack that time. They were chasing the ball around instead of staying in their assigned spots or areas. And Kelby Cuiava is able to find an open spot.
Serve comes from Kelby herself. Allard on the return, far side. Great dig there by Kirsch on the near side. Centers it for Palmer. Now near side, Keeler on a kill. No, dug out by the Libero. Shiflett send it to Crow. Her spikes into the net. Lady Rams are back up 3, 19-16. Set 1 of this varsity match. Bases loaded for the Cardinals. Top of the 4th. 1 out. They trail 5-1 to the Astros. Tell you more about Tony Wilt and that scoreboard update after this. Cuiava serve's going to be returned here by Ellis. Sent it just off of Brooke Moore. It looked like it might have been going long. Moore is one of those kind of like it's 3 and 2. You kind of had to swing if it was close.
Yep. Had to, because that ball was at an angle probably about waist high and wasn't sure if ball was going to get out of bounds. I think she made the right play, tried to make an attempt on it.
Of course, after this serve, we'll tell you about Tony Wilt and that scoreboard update a moment ago. Serve came from Katie Ray. Centered to Palmer on the return. Keeler brought it far side. Now it's set up for Allard near, and she'll get it across, gets the kill, just past a diving Brooke Moore. That scoreboard update for the Cardinals a moment ago. It's 5-4 now somehow, with 1 out and a runner on second. We'll tell you more about that when we can. Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, it's Tony Wilt. Here in Mount Vernon or worldwide at TonyWilt.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. It's 19-18. Now it's tied. The serve came from Ray, and the Terriers were able to get it over. Lady Rams put a little too much spin on the return. It goes into the net, and it's tied at 19. Ray continues with the serve, tied at 19. First game of the varsity match. It just hits the top of the net, rolls over. McGowan can't get it, and now it's 20-19. Terriers, their first lead of the night. Timeout on the floor is presented by Ford Square and King City Chrysler Center, where the best never rest. King City Chrysler Center has the all-new Dodge Durango with best-in-its-class power, towing, and driving range. Of course, couldn't do it without Ford Square and King City Chrysler Center here on Rams broadcast. 20-19 the score. Here in set 1 of this varsity matchup, Terriers on top, first lead of the night. Danny Zawinski's alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Videographer is Reese Barnfield. We have Avery Barton back at the station. So full house for Withers Broadcasting representing here tonight on Lady Rams Volleyball. And we thank those of you for bearing with us on mywithersradio.com. 4G, not yet in Changnon Gym. Working on that, though. Supposed to have a dedicated connection by the time basketball season rolls around. 20-19 your score. Carbondale will continue with the serve out of timeout. It is May. Send it back row for Moore. Looks up front for Palmer. Now drops it off. Here comes Younger McGowan. Sends it long. Sent it long here on the near side with a little too much topspin, and it's 21-19. Terriers up 2.
In some trouble now. Mount Vernon needs to get the serve back here. Had a nice big lead middle way through this first set and kind of seen it gone away right now.
Here come the Lady Rams. Moore looking for a return. Nice set up front by Palmer. Coming across, Lady Rams were looking to make something happen. Keeler kind of played spy there. Came across, but just kind of snuck away from the ball. Couldn't catch up to it. 22-19, and the Terriers with a lead. May will continue to serve down central. Kirsch up front. Palmer for the spike and the kill. Back within 2 are the Lady Rams.
Much needed to try to keep the set.
Oh, you don't say. That was a great play there by the Lady Rams all around. It will be Lauren Keeler with the serve here for the Lady Rams. Sends it left side. Libero there to dig it out. Comes near side. Shilpett drops off McKenna Miller. Spike good. Just inside the corner near side. It's 23-20. The Terriers are up 3.
And you kind of see what's going on as Mount Vernon got to a point up 15-9 and kind of looked around and went, are we really supposed to be here? And then Carbondale came storming back.
Speaking of Carbondale, that is the younger Miller, I believe, Riley. Actually, she's the older. McKenna's the younger, and it'll be returned by the Lady Rams, but long by Kirsch, and it's going to be set point 24-20. Lady Rams volleyball presented by Banterra Bank. Don't support the other team. Go green with Banterra's online bill pay and online statements. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Riley Miller the serve, more in the near corner. Looking for a return, comes from Cuiava. May sets up front. Now it comes back from Miller, blocked by Kirsch. Spike coming from Crow, though. Cuiava not ready. And that'll be your game point, 25-20. Carbondale wins set number 1. We'll take a quick break. This is Lady Rams volleyball, presented by Banterra Bank.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Yes, you can. You can get a car for your teenager today at Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon. Second Chance Auto has a terrific selection of good, clean, dependable vehicles. Perfect for your teen to drive to school, from economical models to trucks and SUVs. Second Chance Auto has just what you're looking for. They're family-owned and operated, and they've been helping families like yours for over 32 years. Yes, you can. The best for your son or daughter. Call 244-4582 and get pre-approved right over the phone. Or stop in at Highway 142 East in Mount Vernon. Yes, you can. At Second Chance Auto.
If you or a loved one experience chest discomfort, pain, heaviness, shortness of breath, we at Good Samaritan Regional Health Center want you to know that every second counts.
I'm Fadi Shamsham. I'm an interventional cardiologist and a vascular medicine specialist. The American Heart Association guidelines recommend that the door to balloon should be at no more than 90 minutes. Here at Good Sam, we have averaged 69 minutes. We have a 24-hour, 7 days a week, experienced staff on call, including a intervention cardiologist who are ready to respond to any emergency that presents.
Every second lost is precious heart muscle at risk. You have a first-class heart center right in your own backyard, where patients have access to the most advanced treatment available. For more information about our physicians and heart services, call toll-free 1-888-257-6098. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, close to your heart, close to home.
Back to Lady Rams volleyball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Changnon Gym. Chris Hugo with Danny Serwinski alongside. 25-20, your final in the first set of this varsity matchup between the Mount Vernon Lady Rams and the Carbondale Terriers. As the Terriers win that one by 5, looking to move to 12-5 on the year. They're 11-5 coming in. Lady Rams 8-11. They're 1-2 in the South 7 Conference, looking to make it 500 if they can come back and win set 2 and force set 3 here against the Dogs. They'll switch sides. The Terriers will be going right to left. The Lady Rams left to right. Here on AM 940 and online with video at mywithersradio.com. Serving for the Lady Rams will be Aaliyah Palmer. As we prepare to get underway with game number 2. Lady Rams volleyball presented by Banterra Bank. Score a TD with a CD. Check out Banterra's interest rates on deposit products. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC.
Down a set. Now Mount Vernon's got to play a full set. Full match here. Full set, I should say. They played a half a set in the first one. Now you time to play a full one here in the second to get this to a third set.
Of course, if I recall correctly, Lady Rams did not trail until Carbondale took a 19-18 lead. In set number 1, they were in control through much of that.
Actually,
run.
Yeah, it was 15-8 at one point, and it turned into a 25-20 Mount Carbondale win.
Here come the Lady Rams on the first serve by Palmer. Plinko's around the back row of Carbondale. Out of bounds right for the point. It'll be 1-0 Lady Rams as Palmer looking to take control on this serve. Here it comes. Serve is right down central to Miller. Bumps that coming up front. Shiplet leaves it near side for Crow. Just in bounds. It'll be tied at 1. Came down central with authority. Just in bounds as she was not afraid for the kill. And it's going to be tied at 1.
Yeah. There's a vapor trail going through there, Maverick.
No kidding, Iceman. 1-1 is the score as it cometh from Crow. Diving for it is Moore in the back row. Can't get to it. It'll be 2-1. It came right down central, and the Lady Ram libero had no choice but to try to dive. But wasn't going to be close. 2-1 Terriers here, as it looks like they have thoughts designed on taking 2 here early and getting it over with.
Well, I'm telling you right now, Mount Vernon plays tentative early. Carbondale will take it to them just like this.
And Kirsch has some difficulties there on the return, and so now Lady Rams will tail 3-1.
Nice hands.
Good hands by Reese Barnfield. Very spontaneous grab by Barnfield there. 3-1 is the score. It'll be Shiplet on the serve for the Terriers again, and here we go. Towards the left side, Keeler, nice dig up front to Palmer. Near far side, rather comes. Nice touch there by Cuiava. It'll set spike, and it'll be 3-2 as the Lady Rams are within 1.
Got to have some excitement. Mount Vernon needs to get something going and spawn that excitement on their side a little bit, momentum.
Kirsch will serve for the Lady Rams. Sends it down central. Libero there to dig it out. Up front we go. Shiplet leaves it near side. It's in the net by May. Or Ellis, rather, and that will tie it at 3. Who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Match? Great traditions aren't given. They're earned through hard work and commitment. That's what they believe in at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Proud sponsors of the Rams, a great tradition. Far side, here comes a spike from Crow. Great play there by Palmer in front of us. Set up was McGowan by Cuiava. Now a return coming. A spike's coming from Alice. She pushes it just inside the line on that right side. Lady Rams had no hope, but scored 3 Terriers.
Can't get their legs, get landlocked with your legs and get stuck in a spot and watch the ball. You got to be always moving, get those feet moving. Mount Vernon was watching, and Carbondale was able to tip it in where the defense wasn't at.
Here we go for the Terriers. Crow on the serve. Great one-hander to get it over by Palmer. Great block by McGowan on the return by the Carbondale. That was Tickachek. And now, far side, it's Keeler looking to make something happen. Back quarter was Libero digging out. Here comes far side, and a great play by the Terriers. Shiplet, and all the way around. They're back up by 2, 5-3.
Yeah, smart play. You're seeing a lot of dink and dunk in here by both teams. Sticking that ball in there where people aren't right now, a little observing the defense. Pretty good volleyball going on here in this second set.
Carbondale up 5-3. Crow with the serve. Back row it was Keeler setting up Cuiava gets the kill from Aaliyah Palmer here in the near corner. Send it diagonally across. It'll be 5-4, and the Lady Rams within 1 as they get the serve back. Lady Rams volleyball course presented by Banterra Bank. Help make your kids' future a victory by teaching them the importance of saving today with Banterra's Smart Kids Savings Account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. Near side, here it comes on the return. Right through the hands of McGowan from Allard. It'll be 6-4 Terriers. Terriers just seem to want it a little bit more right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and they're playing more aggressively. Mount Vernon had that good first half of the first set and then haven't been the same since.
Libero on the serve down central to Kirsch. Tipped over by Palmer. Great play there. Great dig by Ellis. Near side it comes. Great play by Allard. Another one by Kirsch. McGowan gets it. And Lady Rams will slip up on that front row, fall over the line. It'll be a point for Carbondale, 7-4, their lead.
Mount Vernon just can't get that point. Steal a serve, steal something to get back into this one.
7-4, your score here. Libero with the serve. And Carbondale on top. Palmer near side brings it for Cuiava. Plink goes off the 2 attackers, and now on a return for Carbondale, it'll be Ellis. They'll fight for it up front with the Lady Rams. Far side, it goes to Keeler. Sends it to the back row. Great play. Ellis comes with it up front. Leaves it for Miller. She pushes it long. It's 7-5. The Lady Rams are back within 2. They'll get the lead, they'll get the serve back here. Come start a banking relationship at Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Up front it comes Ellis with a great return. Now Miller with a kill. It was a spike there to center circle, and the Lady Rams return. She sends it right. She sends it inside, and it'll be a bigger Carbondale lead here, I believe, 8-5. Interesting there in the Cardinal game. Top of the 4th, bases loaded again with just the 1 out. They've already played at 4 in the inning, down 5-4 the Astros. Interesting. Serve will come from May this time. Little McGowan up front brings it over. Allard there to set up. It'll be Shiplet up front to Miller. She sends it long again.
It was tipped.
Oh, did not see that.
It was tipped off the hand that time, and 9-5. Mount Vernon in some struggles here as we go along in this second set.
9-5. What a way to make a living. As May will serve for the Terriers. Let's see what we get here. It's a 4-point matchup, set 2 of this varsity match, and here we go. It's to Kirsch on the far side. Now over to Palmer. Kirsch gets it across. Great dig there, Allard. Up front we go. Shiflett brings it to the libero into the net. 9-6. Lady Rams are back within 3 as they get the point. Lady Rams volleyball is presented by Banterra Bank. Don't get sacked. Take control of your healthcare expenses with a tax advanced health savings account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Setups coming up front for Carbondale. Allard will get the kill. Unable to get to it was Kelby Quiava near corner. It's 10-6, back to a 4-point lead for Carbondale.
Mount Vernon has, or Carbondale I should say, has a few more weapons to go at Mount Vernon than Mount Vernon and Carbondale right now, and that's the difference in this match.
Serve will come from Riley Miller. Left side on the return. Kirsch gets it over that front wall. Libero with the dig. Up front we go. Ellis leaves it for a push from Crow. Nice dig there by Kirsch, and here we go. Little McGowan on the return. It was blocked. Kirsch gets it over. Far side now, Shiplet. Spike coming from McKenna Miller. Dug out by Keeler. Now over to Palmer near side. Moore will return. And Riley Miller will dig it out in the back. Final push here for the libero of Carbondale. They get it over. Near side it comes. Palmer, far side Kirsch. Her return is long, and it'll be a point for Carbondale. They're back up 5, 11-6.
Yep, Carbondale right now sensing possibility to run out of here with 2 sets and a match win.
Riley Miller will serve for Carbondale. Back row to Keeler. Up front, Palmer leaves it for Little McGowan. Nice dive there on the back row, May. Ellis up front. Now near side, Crow will get the kill. Gets right in front of Quiava. It'll be 12-6 as the Terriers starting to double up the Lady Rams. For all of your insurance, financial service needs, call Tony Wilt, your local State Farm agent. You can find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or the corner of 42nd Street and South Water Tower Place in Mount Vernon. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Carbondale with the serve. Flink was around the back row of the Lady Rams. They have some trouble. And the Terriers are up a touchdown, 13-6. Miller will serve for the Terriers. Back row it goes. Keeler. Up front, Palmer pushes across, unsuspecting were the Terriers, but there for return is Shiplet. Crow sets up Shiplet, who's going to set up near side for Miller. It'll go long, comes this way. Protect that camera, Barnfield. And he sends the ball back into play. It's 14-6 Carbondale as that one came near side. Good reactions there by Reese.
Hey, he flinched. I don't know if it's reaction.
No, he's protecting that camera.
It's that HD look.
He was protecting that high definition down there. Miller now up 14-6 for the Dogs with the serve. Kirsch sends it towards the far side. Moore gets it across. Libero there for the rescue. Now Shiplet looking to drop it. McGowan was there. Kirsten McGowan. Now over to Kirsch far side. Finds May. It'll be set up for Miller. Pushes across. The kill. It came just across the net. Still in the front court. And the Lady Rams pushed it out of bounds. It's 15-6 Terriers. And Miller will serve up 15-6. A 9-point lead for the Terriers here in this second set of the varsity match. Kirsch on the return. Just got it past the wall. Touched by both Miller and Shiplet, but unable to get to it was May. And it is 15-7. Lady Rams within 8.
And Mount Vernon really needed that one right there. Really needed it.
They're tied at 5 in Houston going to the bottom of the 4th.
Also have a junior high final whenever we have an opportunity.
Crow looking for the kill there. Nice dig by Moore. Pushed across by Kirsch. It was out. The Terriers go for it anyway. It was May, and it's 15-8. Let's hear that final.
Final score from the Woodlawn Regional tonight. The Waltonville Spartans mounted a comeback to beat Woodlawn 10-7. The Spartans will head to Coulterville on Saturday and play Altamont Lutheran at 11:30 a.m. in the state tournament Class S variety.
Moore will serve for Lady Rams down 8-15, and that'll go wide left. 9-15 now, 8-16 now, the Lady Rams trail. That scoreboard update is presented by Tony Wilt. For all of your insurance financial service needs, call Tony Wilt, your local State Farm agent. You can find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or at the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. If you see his red Jeep in the parking lot, stop in. He'd love to meet with you. McGowan will push it across for Lady Rams. Miller there for the dig. Set up. Here comes Ellis from Crow. Crow from Ellis, rather. Strike it and reverse it. And it's sent just long. Just long. It'll be 16-9. Lady Rams back within a touchdown.
Challenge flag opportunity.
Palmer will serve here for the Orange and Black. 16-9. They trail in set number 2. Pushed across. Libero comes up front. Shiplet drops it off down central for Miller. She'll push it long. It's 16-10. And the Lady Rams look to rally here with the serve.
A little bit of life showing here by the Lady Rams.
as they're headed to the bottom of the ninth in Atlanta. Braves trailing 7-0.
Ooh, goose egg.
No kidding. And here we go. Lady Rams looking to make a return out of the Carbondale return. Keeler can't get to it. It's 17-10. With the serve for the Terriers, it'll be Shiplett. And here it comes, up 17-10. More on the back row, sends it up front. Palmer drops it off far side. Cuiaba. Great play there by Libero. Shiplett up front for Ellis. Puts it in the right place, right time. Just past the attack line. Unable to get to it, Palmer. It's 18-10 Carbondale.
Carbondale right now will serve that 8-point lead, and it's one of those deals where Mount Vernon's got to get a stop. Plain and simple here.
Shiplett on the serve. Nice return coming from the Lady Rams. It's Taylor McGowan. Great dig there by Carbondale. Far side, here it comes. Ellis. Lady Rams have it go off their hands. Front row. Keeler, nothing she could do with it on the dive, and it's 19-10.
Yeah, frustrating time right now for Mount Vernon. This cannot get anything going and can't get a serve away from Carbondale.
Of course, we'll have your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Match coming up in the Bean Insurance postgame show, whenever that may be. Serve comes Shiplett. Right down central. Great dig there by Keeler. Pushed across Palmer. Miller on the dig. It comes up front. Libero on the spike. Nothing going. Dig there by Keeler. Near side Cuiaba from Palmer, and she'll get the kill, the assist Palmer. Shiplett can't get to it on the far side. It's 19-11. Lady Rams within 8. Support your Mount Vernon Rams with a Ram debit card from Community First Bank. Community First Bank is the only bank with debit cards tied to the Rams with a portion of the revenue going to Mount Vernon High School. Kirsch will serve down 11-19. Libero sets up front. Here it comes from Crow. Too hard. Too fast for Aaliyah Palmer. It's 20-11.
If she gets set up over there in that corner, it's like hitting right into your living room, those of you watching on myweathersradio.com. Volleyball's coming right at the camera from that angle.
Or on your iPhone or Android.
Exactly.
So don't be driving because you might have thought a ball was hitting you and you might have run off the road. Don't text and drive. Here we go. 20-11 is your score. Here comes from the back row. Carbondale return's going to come from Keeler now up front. Near side tip over by Allard. There was a block by McGowan, so that will not count as 2 hits. Far side we go. Shiplett gets it up front to Tikachek. Lady Rams looking to muster a return. There it comes from Cuiaba. Great dig there, Ellis. Shiplett coming up front near side. Allard sends it long.
Oh.
Allard sends it long, but they get the point.
I thought it was long, too.
It was. 21-11 your score.
Didn't kick up any dust.
And
not on the
that's
wood
possible
floor.
here.
Not on the wood floor.
That is possible
Well,
here.
I'm just saying, not on the wood floor. You won't see it like the French Open or anything.
Here comes a serve from the Terriers, up 21-11, just past Moore on the dive, back row, and it's 22-11 as the Terriers double up the Rams. This timeout's presented by Ford Square, King City Chrysler of Mount Vernon. Fuel economy has been redefined with the all-new 2011 Ford Fiesta. Up to 40 miles per gallon highway, it's a pretty big deal. Ford Square, where the best never rest. Danny Zerwinski with Chris Hugo. I am Chris Hugo. You're Danny Zerwinski. Something
Last
like
I
that.
checked. We're not.
One of those nights. Perfect time to pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
This is Lady Rams Volleyball on AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon with video streaming on mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Just checking. We're at Changnon Gym. I'm Chris Hugo. He's Danny Zerwinski. And there we are. It's 22-11 Carbondale, set number 2 of this varsity matchup. Lady Rams lost the first set 25-20. Or if you prefer in actual volleyball terms, 20-25. Now trailing 11-22 here. A jump serve coming from Crow. Long in that back row, and it's 22-12. Lady Rams are back within 10, looking to cut it to single digits.
No time like the present to get something going here.
Prado hits a home run for the Braves in the bottom of the ninth. 7-1, they trail the Phillies.
Unless it's a 7-run home run, that won't help much.
Not much. McGowan got the return for the Lady Rams, looking to set up something down. Central Crow pushes it long on the return. 22-13, and back within 9 are the Lady Rams. Don't support the other team. Go green with Banterra's online bill pay and online statements. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. McGowan pushes it left on the serve, out of bounds. It'll be 23-13. Terriers on top. We'll give you one comprehensive scoreboard update at the end of this one before we go to your Bean Insurance postgame show. Run down those junior high finals, run down the underclass finals, and run down what we know in Major League Baseball. And the NBA postseason.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Guess not.
Maybe some exhibition games and loaded all-star teams that have been going on lately.
23-13 to score. Libero with the serve. Lady Rams down central, looking for a turn. It comes from Cuiava near side. Poked out by Crow. Up front, Shiplett. Looking for the spike from Ellis. She sends it long. It's 23-14. The Lady Rams get a bit of a reprieve. Governor called at 11 o'clock. 23-14. 14 serving 23 for the Lady Rams. And there it is. Cuiava out of bounds right. That's back-to-back serves from the Lady Rams that went out of bounds. And now it's match point, 24-14.
Those little mistakes will haunt you against a good team like Carbondale.
Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game, of course, coming up in that Bean Insurance postgame show. Match point, 24-14. May with the serve. More there to dig it out. It comes near side. Keeler looks up front for Palmer. Last hope. Pushed out of bounds, right side. And that's the match for Carbondale, 25-14. 25-20, 25-14 are your finals. I will go ahead and update you in Major League Baseball as Danny writes some things down of local interest. At the bottom of the seventh, the Boston Red Sox tied with the Tampa Bay Rays for the wild card. Lead the Baltimore Orioles 7-4. That's in the bottom of the seventh at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Tampa Bay leads the Yankees coming from behind. They score 3 in the bottom of the seventh to take a 5-3 lead, so things look to stay tied there if they progress as is. The Braves, with one out, bases empty in the bottom of the ninth, trail the Philadelphia Phillies 7-1. And the Cardinals in the top of the fifth with Berkman up to bat with one out, bases empty, are tied with the Astros at 5. So that's a look at Major League Baseball. Of course, the Rays and the Red Sox tied for the wild card, both winning tonight. The Braves a game up on the Cardinals, losing tonight. And the Cardinals are tied at the moment. Of course, we learned today the time for that tiebreaker game, should it be necessary in the NL wild card, will be, I believe, a 7:17 first pitch from Busch Stadium, if necessary, between the Cards and the Braves. Let's check out some scores of local interest.
Scores of local interest. We'll start with the freshman game here tonight match. Mount Vernon loses Carbondale tonight 22-20, 14-21, and 12-15. Then the JV match, Mount Vernon improved 11-2 overall, 3-2 on the season. Mount Vernon beat Carbondale 28-26 and 25-23. Then, in a varsity contest just completed, Carbondale beats Mount Vernon 25-20 and 25-14. Now, local games today involving junior high teams. Woodlawn Softball Regional Championship. The Lady Warriors beat Waltonville 10-2. They advance to the state tournament to play Odin at 3:30 on Saturday at Coulterville. Meanwhile, in the Baseball Regional Championship at Woodlawn, the Waltonville Spartans beat Woodlawn tonight 10-7. The Spartans will advance to play 11:30 at the Class S State Tournament in Coulterville against Altamont Lutheran on Saturday.
Of course, for all of your insurance financial service needs, it's your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. On the corner of 42nd South Water Tower Place or online at TonyWilt.com for all your insurance financial service needs. You can walk in, call in, or click in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Of course, you see that red Jeep in the parking lot. Stop in. Tony would love to meet with you. And of course, those are a look at your finals. Again, final score in this varsity match, 25-20, 25-14. Lady Rams fall in straight sets to the Terriers this evening. Plenty more to talk about on your Bean Insurance post-match show. This is Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Does this sound familiar? I can't stand this job. I just wish I had time to go back to school. But with work and family.
I know. I just enrolled in Rend Lake College's evening cosmetology program. They have evening classes that will even fit into your busy schedule. You can even graduate in less than 2 years. Classes are convenient to get to, and they're in Studio RLC in Mount Vernon. They even offer financial aid.
What's it like? I've been out of school so long.
It's not your typical take notes. Listen to a lecture program. We will learn the latest styles and trends in cosmetology, and it looks like we'll have fun doing it. We'll be out on the salon floor getting hands-on experience and getting to know all kinds of people. By the time we're done, we'll be ready to jump into a new career and love our job. For once.
Okay, how do I sign up?
I called 618-242-8459, but you can also check out their website at rlc.edu/studio RLC or stop by the RLC Marketplace in Mount Vernon.
You can count on
Hi, Roy Schmidt at Ford Square at Mount Vernon. The 2012 Ford Focus goes beyond fun and enjoyable. In the Focus, you will discover a dynamic design and an addictive driving experience, and technology and interior ergonomics that wrap around and plug you into something that is definitely more than just a car. We have a great selection of the 2012 Ford Focus in stock at Ford Square and ready for immediate delivery. Also, expect up to 40 miles per gallon on the highway. The 2012 Ford Focus is a new sedan you definitely want to check out at Ford Square, Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where the best never rests.
If I could change anything, you know what I'd change? I'd make it a law that if you tell someone to have a nice day, you really have to mean it. 100%.
Making your day better than it started out is what makes Erie Insurance above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. And have a nice day.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Beam Insurance Agency. Get a quote at beaminsurance.net.
This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX. The Beam Insurance Post-Match Show starts now.
And welcome back to Changnon Gymnasium. Tonight, the Mount Vernon Lady Rams fall in straight sets, 20-25, 14-25 to the Carbondale Terriers. Bean Insurance is an independent agency that can do the insurance shopping for you. Bean Insurance has multiple top insurance companies to choose from with great rates for your family. Give them a call, 242-6017, 242-6017. Of course, Lady Rams fall to 8-12 on the year. They're 1-3 in the South 7 Conference, while the Terriers are 12-5 on the season. They are perfect at 3-0 in the South 7. Danny Zawinski alongside. Of course, we'll get to the Heartland Accounting post-game stats here in a bit, but your initial thoughts on the loss tonight?
Well, it seemed like Mount Vernon played half of the first set and seemed to me got complacent and tentative about being ahead and beating Carbondale, winning against Carbondale, and kind of enjoyed their success a little bit instead of letting it go. Anytime you embrace success in the middle of a contest like that or a sport, you're going to probably lose more times than not because you lose that drive, lose that focus. Carbondale came back and was able to really slam the door on Mount Vernon in the second set. Obviously a veteran team and a good program, knowing what to do on the road in a tough situation. Carbondale did that tonight.
Of course, plenty more coming up, including your Heartland Accounting post-match stats. We'll take a break, come back with that. This is the Bean Insurance postgame show on WMIX.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. If you are looking for a bank that still has people in the lobby, personally answers your phone calls, and is focused exclusively on Jefferson County, stop by and see us. We have safe deposit boxes, free checking with free internet banking, and debit cards tied to the Mount Vernon Rams, Ida Hornets, and Woodlawn Cardinals. And coming soon, debit cards tied to St. Mary's Knights with a portion of the revenue generated by your use donated back to your school. Community First Bank, locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
Hey, are you thinking of starting your own business? Or maybe you already own your own business and have tax questions? Call Heartland Accounting today. At Heartland Accounting, we specialize in small business planning. Let us help you with your business bookkeeping, sales taxes, payroll taxes, or maybe just some solid business advice. Get started right and let us help you make your business a success. Call Heartland Accounting of Mount Vernon today at 244-7077 or stop by 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
This is Mike Grace. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back, Changnon Gym. Lady Rams falling straight sets tonight, 20-25, 14-25 to the Carbondale Terriers. Chris Hugo with Danny Zawinski alongside. Chances are you're paying too much for auto insurance. Discounts await at the Bean Insurance Agency, but you won't know how much you can save until you give them a call. Bean Insurance, 242-6017. That's 242-6017. Of course, those Heartland Accounting post-game stats coming your way. And some pretty impressive ones at that.
Pretty impressive. Brooke Moore had 8 digs in the game. Lauren Keeler, 7 digs, 2 kills. Kelby Kuyava had 3 digs, 5 kills. Leah Palmer, 6 assists, 3 digs, 2 kills. Taylor McGowan, 2 digs and a kill. Mallory Kirsch, 5 digs and 2 kills here tonight for the Mount Vernon Lady Rams.
Get started right and let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert. Still coming up, your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Match. We'll take a break. This is the Bean Insurance Post-Match Show on WMIX.
What happens when you add a new voice and more coaches' interviews to the Saturday Sports Show? You get 2 hours of talk you can't afford to miss. If you really want to stay up to date, you'll reserve a preset for AM 940 this Saturday, immediately following the 8 o'clock news. Beware, other sports shows are just talk. The new Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWintersRadio.com, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Isn't it great to live in a community where people give back and try to improve our area for the next generation? That's what we believe in and why our name, Community First, reflects this core value. If you would like to enjoy a personal relationship with your bank, make the move to Community First Bank and find out what community banking means. Simply stated, we are neighbors helping neighbors. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX. Time for the Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Match.
Of course, welcome back to Changnon Gym. Time for your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Match here on your Bean Insurance postgame show. And, of course, Danny Zawinski alongside. I'm Chris Hugo with you on MyWintersRadio.com and AM 940 WMIX. Pretty clear-cut choice for our Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Match.
Yeah, Brooke Moore with 8 digs this evening is your player of the game, player of the match, as we like saying volleyball here tonight for the Mount Vernon Lady Rams.
Great traditions aren't given, they're earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what we believe in. Community First Bank of the Heartland, proud sponsors of the Rams. A great tradition. Next broadcast, of course, Thursday night from the confines of Centralia High School's arena. The Castle at Calumet will be hosting the Lady Rams in South 7 Conference volleyball action. We'll be on the air after the JV match, which, of course, follows the 5:15 freshman match. So plan your evenings accordingly on WMIX AM 940 and our audio-only feed at MyWintersRadio.com. Of course, due to blackout regulations at Centralia High School, School District number 200, we'll be unable to bring you video streaming of that matchup. So tune in on your radio or with an audio feed online at MyWintersRadio.com. All that coming and more this week as Mount Vernon Rams football also hosts the Carbondale Terriers. We'll let you know a station location as soon as we do. Right now, the Cards and Astros tied at 5 in the bottom of the 5th. The Cards a half game back because Atlanta lost tonight 7-1 to the Phillies. So, again, they are a half game back until the end of tonight's game. We'll see where that takes you. They're in the bottom of the 5th. Houston has runners on first and second with nobody out, and the former Cardinal prospect Brett Wallace up to bat. So that'll pretty well do it for us tonight. 20-25, 14-25 your finals in 2 sets as the Rams fall to the Carbondale Terriers here this evening. For Danny Zawinski, for Avery Barton, back to studio for Reese Barnfield here at the gym. I'm Chris Hugo. Good night.